Boom. You looking for this? Hey everybody, this is Fulio of Echale Porras Productions, and today we're doing surf and turf. We are gonna cook up some ribeye steak and lobster tails. Let's get right into it. First off, we have our gorgeous 1-inch thick ribeye steak. Look at that gorgeousness. Look at that fat, that marbling, and all that is just gonna melt and just create so much flavor for this steak. And this is actually straight from Target. Who knew you could find beautiful steaks at Target? I think I said that in the T-bone steak video, but it rings true here. Really gorgeous piece of meat. And our other stars of the show, 2 7-ounce lobster tails. Look at that. Gorgeous. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make these lobster tails look fancy like you would get at Red Lobster, where the meat is on top of the tail. We'll show you how to do that in a second. And then we're gonna get the steak seasoned up. We're gonna take it all out to the griddle, and we're gonna have just an awesome time. We're also gonna have a side order of some pesto pasta with some homemade pesto that we made from some basil that we grew in our new toy. Well, not new toy, we've had it for a while, we just barely set it up. But we got some awesome basil out of it. We'll show you a quick little sneak peek of it. While the steak and lobster is on the grill, we're gonna be basting it with some pesto infused butter that we got right here. Let's jump straight into it. First, we're gonna season our steak and then we'll put it aside and let it rest for a while. Like we did with the ribeye a while back, where we did T-bone steak and eggs. Link will be up in the little corner where the little eye is, and it's gonna be like T-bone steak and eggs, check this out. Anyways, like we did with the T-bone steak, we're gonna put a binder on the outside of our steak. Last time we used the chipotle hot sauce. This time we're gonna use some Worcestershire, whatever, Worcestershire, I don't know, some Worcestershire sauce. So we're gonna put a bit on. We don't need a lot, we just need enough for the seasoning to stick to. Rub it on, slap it, and flip it. All right, once you got a nice layer on there, we're gonna hit it with some garlic salt. You can season them quite generously because when you cut it up, you're only getting tiny pieces of the seasoned part anyways. So you can go overboard, but it's kind of hard to. We're gonna hit it with some freshly cracked black pepper. And then we're gonna go with some salt-free seasonings. If you look at it, it has quite a variance in texture among the pieces. It's a bit thicker and more coarse than the seasonings we have on the steak, and cooking it with this will give us a nice crust and a bit of a textural difference when we bite into it, because the salt and the pepper are quite fine. So let's get that on the steak. And now we flip and we do the other side. Then you also want to get the sides of your steak covered in seasoning if you can. You know, just try and mop up any extra seasoning you got left on your cutting board. Is this a crucial step? No. But more flavor is more flavor. And once that is nicely seasoned, we're gonna put it aside and let it rest until we're ready to grill. Let's move on to our gorgeous lobster tails. So there are many ways to cook a lobster tail. You can put it in a steamer, you can boil it, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut along the shell, take out the lobster meat and lay it on top of the tail to get that beautiful presentation. We could just take out the meat and just cook it like that, but let's try and go fancy here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your tail and you're gonna get some nice kitchen shears. You're gonna go right under here, make sure you don't nick any meat. Not that it really matters, but you're gonna cut down right until you almost hit the base of the tail. There we're gonna scoop out the meat and lay it nice and flat across. And you're gonna wanna open this, but you don't wanna crack it open so the shell falls apart. Just enough so you're able to get your fingers in and you're able to get the meat out. You're gonna work your fingers along the shell. Most of the meat has been separated from the shell. You're gonna take it, you're gonna lift it up, close your shell, and boom. And your lobster tail is ready for the grill. Let's see if I can do that quicker on the second one. And it looks like we're ready to take this party outside. All right, we're out here once again with the Cuisinart 360 griddle, and we're gonna be cooking both our steak and the lobster tails on the grill itself. Let's get this opened up and let's get cooking. Our heat is set to about medium high, so let's get the steak on there first. Some oil, and here we go. It's gonna be about 2-3 minutes per side. And if we need to constantly flip, we'll constantly flip. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. Let's give our steak a flip. So now that we flipped, let's hit it with some of our pesto butter. We're gonna let that go for another 2-3 minutes. All right, our internal temperature has hit about 117, so we're gonna pull the steak off and let it rest, and that internal temperature will keep on climbing as it cooks. Now the moment I've definitely been waiting for, let's get these lobster tails on. We're gonna let these sit on the griddle for a bit. While these are going, you're gonna wanna hit them with some of your butter, and that's gonna help some steam start rising. And the smell is just gorgeous. After about a minute or two, we're gonna hit it with some water. And cover our grill. And let those suckers steam. After about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, you're gonna hit them with a little bit more butter. Look at that shell color, look at that, gorgeous. And these suckers should be ready to go inside. All right, we've let our steak rest for a bit. It is now the moment of truth. Check it out. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, that's perfect. Ooh, look at that. Nice and pink and reddish and just perfect. Let's cut this up. And let's get all the components on a plate. Alright, you've seen the gorgeousness. Now it's time for me to try the gorgeousness. Some steak. Look at that. Beautiful color. Beautiful color, beautiful flavor. Just so tender. You take a bite and it melts just like the butter. Let's go for a little bit of the lobster. I think we can take it off the shell now. Super light, super fluffy, a load of great flavor from the pesto butter. Now, because I can, a bite of each together. Some pasta, some lobster, and a piece of steak. Surf and turf and pasta. I haven't said it in quite a while, but I cook some good shit. Like, woo! If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna release a revamped website that's gonna include the food section where I'll have written recipes. We're gonna take down the GF Echale Porras site and migrate it over to an overall echaleporras.com, and you know, hopefully revamp the gaming and all that stuff. Is all in here. I just need to get it all up on the computer. Speaking of which, I need a new computer. If anyone wants to donate, the links are down in the description. Zelle, PayPal, Venmo, whatever. Anyways, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Stay safe out there, stay sane, and be awesome. Here's our awesome little smart garden. The wheel turns, the LED simulates sunlight, so I believe it's on from about 6 to 8 at night, and then the LEDs automatically shut off. We've done some trimming down of the basil, at least you can see, but these things were super grown, and this isn't actually full. This is probably only half full, but we've got some more pods on the way, and this thing is just super awesome. If you want to check it out, we'll put a link to it in the description down below. That's what we use to make our pesto. All that basil, some of the Chinese greens, I threw it in there. Lettuce we used for a sandwich the other day, but it's awesome. A little pricey, but it's awesome.